UK CSGO. So we have a big problem in the UK at the moment, and not just at the moment. It's been going on for a while. This is my first video, of course, like this. Not trying to copy anyone, who you're probably thinking already. But basically, I'm just gonna highlight why I think the UK CSGO scene it's ridiculous, right? Okay. So for a start, we only have two main tournament providers, and looking on the sites at the moment, they've not announced a second. So we currently only have one reliable, if I could say reliable, CSGO tournaments in the UK for the LANs. They are not local to everyone in the UK by a long, long stretch. In fact, they're both down south. What a surprise, London, and not just London, down south area is, or should I say, not the north, because we hardly get anything up here to do with events or anything. The only thing we get up here is the Call of Duty event, which is, if I'm not wrong, not EGX. I forget the name of it. It's the one in Blackpool, but it's a Call of Duty event. It's fairly big. A few teams go. Keemstar went once. That's always a big thing if Keemstar comes to your town, I guess. But yeah. So the UK CS:GO scene is shit for many different ways, to put it bluntly. First of all, the like I just said, the frequency of them, they're not well spread out across the UK by any stretch of imagination. One's in Birmingham, the other one's in Kettering, which is, for me, it's a 2-hour train journey either way. Could be more, 3 hours some days, depending on which train you get. And shit, my badge, sorry. But yeah, so there's if you live up in Scotland, you're basically screwed unless you got the fortunate event that was happening I think it was a few years ago, if I'm wrong. It might be last year, I don't know. But they had Insomnia up in Scotland, and that, for Scottish people, that was the first big thing to ever go to Scotland. Now, I don't know of any more LANs because they're not obviously made public, which is another reason we got a shit LAN system, because I only heard of Epic LAN because I posted on Reddit, where's the LANs in the UK? One comment was Insomnia, the other comment was, of course, Epic LAN. So this could be a big problem if you're looking to get, I wouldn't say noticed, like I'm not trying to get noticed, I just want to go to a LAN experience and have it fun, you know what I mean? I've never been to a LAN. I went down to London to watch ECS. Amazing experience, loved it. Going to Cologne next year because of it. Well, this year because of it. But I just think it's ridiculous how we got two LANs in the whole of the UK. The whole of the UK, we can pull together two LANs. India has done a better job at LANs. If I take a look on Reddit, there was a Reddit post a few months ago about this Indian LAN, I think it was, and Indian LAN. It might have been Bangladesh actually. Let me just dash LAN. Right. I can't seem to find it at the moment, but anyway, one country, try and find it while I'm speaking. One country had this insane LAN setup. They use like some office block or something. I'm sure it was one of the guys' offices where he works, and they literally just set up this LAN. Terrible internet, apparently. Not internet, of course it's a LAN. Terrible PCs. Like, of course, like they just use the standard desktop PCs. Not even like, I think one of them said they had 60 FPS. No, not 60, like 30 FPS or something. But yeah, it was insane to see like how far people go in other countries to get a LAN, and I know I shouldn't complain because we got a better LAN system than them obviously, but my problem is the prize pool. Like, I don't know what this prize pool was. It was some in their currency, but I didn't actually completely forgot about it, to be honest, since I just said it. But oh, here we go, Pakistan LAN. Right, I knew it was Asia way. Here we go. There's no GPUs in the PCs because the PCs are in a computer lab, so used for software. Require no graphics processor. Max FPS we got was 120, so more than I said. But 600 by 480 resolution. Holy fuck, props to you. That was a comment of it. Yeah, the prize money was $100. And, I mean, I'm only assuming this, but I'm assuming that the players were quite local, knew each other probably, or, like, maybe they weren't, I don't know, you know what I mean? But, so, Pakistan, there's, like, yeah, they don't have any servers over there, I don't even think. They're struggling for servers in Asia, of course, like, I reckon everywhere in the world should be able to have their own servers and, be able to thingy, but, run it, but, I mean, we're a first world country. I know that only means because like of healthcare and other stuff. It's not down to the LANs and stuff, but I mean, we're a developed country in the IT industry, should I say? And we can only have 2 LANs in the whole of the country. Now I read somewhere about the game set up like a tournament thing above their store in the Trafford Centre in Manchester. Not actually been yet, but I want to go. Be quite interested to see what they have. Apparently they have quite a few tournaments regularly, but they don't actually like put out on Twitter, or, you know, I've never seen anyone say anything about it like, oh, gamer doing a LAN, because I'd go and just check it out, even if it's like 2 computers and you 1v1 someone. I'd check that out. You know, they're not publicizing this thing very well. They're just kind of keeping it hidden and quiet, and it just almost seems like you need to know to go, if you know what I mean. You're not really like, you can't just come across it and be like, oh, I'm gonna go, yeah, whatever. But yeah, so back to Insomnia. We'll talk about Epic LAN in a bit, but Insomnia at the moment. So if we have a look on about Insomnia, the prize pool. So if we have a look at the Counter-Strike at Insomnia, Counter-Strike, so we had the Counter-Strike Open in Insomnia 59, we also had a Counter-Strike tournament in I-58, and I was actually looking today, I was on the bus, just, like, it just come across my mind, why the hell do we not have LANs again? Often think it, but, yeah, we don't have the best. Like, if we have a look here, there was the 64 teams took part in I-59, so 64 teams. It was £100 to enter each, because I was actually going to go to this one. £100 to enter. It was 5 people. Every one of those 5 has to pay £100. And I'm no mathematician, but they are earning a hell of a lot of money. Look at this year's tickets, right? They've not changed too much. They've, like, if anything, they've gone down a bit, I'm sure. And it's 20 quid to get into the event for just a normal family, you know, to go watch what Minecraft YouTubers or whatever you go for to watch. So the weekend ticket, it's currently £52.28, right? But you have £2.28 in fees, so £50. So £50, even if they're using that £50 for tournament fees, which obviously they're not, they're using it to profit, basically. So 50 times by 64 equals 3,200. That's already almost half the prize pool, and that's only timesing 50 by 64. That's if one player in each team had to pay. Don't even count the other 5, so we can times that by 5. 16,000, including half the ticket money, is £16,000. Now, surely, if we times that by 2, holy shit, £32,000 they are making off each tournament. If every one of those tournaments was to be full, they might not be full. I don't know. I've never actually been, but the prize pool's putting me off. It's like, why would I go spend money just to break even on a tournament? Because if we look at train fare, for me, train fare's around 25 quid, right? Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And, you know, that gets me basically to the venue. But then the hotels around it is 245. That's 250. So we're already up to 275. pretty much. Minus a fiver, so 270. Then if you add up the £100 entry fee into the tournament, that's 370. And that just seems a bit ridiculous. How you only earn £130 for winning a tournament. £130, like that. It just doesn't make sense. And then on top of that, you've got food. It just, yeah, food. Because of course you need to eat. You can't just just not eat the whole time. You're gonna need to eat breakfast, lunch, tea. And if you're stuck at your computer playing a game, you have to go to the hot dog stand, which is gonna be like a £5 at a time. Say you buy 2 hot dogs in a day, get breakfast on the way. That's oh shit, rap. That's £12 a day. So you spend £12 a day on food, which is fairly alright. You could go to McDonald's for that. But you stay for 3 nights. Technically 4 days ish. Say you're there for 4 days in full days, because you're counting the half days when you get there, when you leave. But 4 days, you have to cope with spending £12 a day. 4 days. Fuck math. 48. I knew math. Right, £48. So that's already you're earning less than 80 quid. You're earning £80 to go into an event and winning. Don't even, you have to win to get 84. If you come second, you don't even nearly make enough. You make £200 each, so just about covers what fucking you basically still down at least 45 for your hotel, not minusing food, not minusing entry fee. That covers half your entry fee and £100 off your hotel. Now I know they'll probably say like, oh yeah, we got weekend camping. Who the hell wants to camp in a field when they're going to be playing a tournament? You're going to be sat in a chair all day. Yeah, chairs are quite comfy, to be honest, but I don't know about their chairs. They could just be standard chairs. If you take your own chair, yeah, quite comfy. You don't want to camp and then wake up the next morning and then go and play, do you? If you're actually looking to win the tournament, you want to have a nice rest, hotel, get a shower instead of just going in with your hair all greasy and and stuff. Comments, I can't even imagine them. But yeah, and then also £15 to arrive a day early. I could arrive a day early, spend extra on my hotel. It's even more money. You're basically breaking even at this point. So if you're guaranteed to win the tournament, of course you do that. But you break even. You just have a fun time at the event. I guess an experience good. But if you're looking to actually play competitively, if we have a look, a prime example actually. Over in Spain, they've got DreamHack, Valencia, and they have other DreamHacks, Barcelona and stuff. Look at the 2 standout players from Spain this year, Mixwell and Lowell. If I'm not wrong, Lowell, don't know. I don't know if I pronounced it right. Mixwell and Lowell, the other Spanish guy, currently plays for Mouse Sports and Optic. I'm a big fan of Mixwell, to be honest. Since he moved over, because of course I'm an Optic fan, but yeah, we don't talk about that unless they're winning. But I'll probably get hate for that. So I'm an Optic fan. Yeah, I actually, yeah, I've been an Optic fan for years, but that's for another time. Anyway, so Mixwell Lowell, they played against Fnatic, who got invited to DreamHack. They took part in an open tournament. Now you don't see that over in the UK, do you? You don't see any teams take part. I know you might think, oh, British teams are shit, but I don't know how many teams from Spain you could name except from Gbots. That's about it. So basically, yeah, you don't hear of many. I bet you could name more English teams than or the same amount of Spanish teams and English teams, unless you were Spanish or English. I only know one English team, to be honest. That's Kaz Esports, and I don't think they're actually English. They're part English, part. So yeah. Anyway, but you can't really name many. And And I feel like we need more open tournaments with invites, because invited teams from like elsewhere, like if you have a look at Gfinity, they had a tournament where they had Mouse Sports or someone, I think it was Mouse, Fnatic, Envious, and Godsent, or was it? I don't know, but like it had 4 top tier teams. They could have easily made that an open tournament, had a LAN and everything, you know, exposure for British teams, because one British team would have probably made it through and played Fnatic. You know, what a great experience to play against like top tier teams like Fnatic or Envious. I know like they'd still probably have won, but they might have put up a performance like Mixwell did or Lowell did when they played Fnatic. You know, it's just a big thing we should actually try and look out for, instead of having just like these private LANs that no top tier team is going to ever attend. Like you've had Keo, he's the only pro I've ever seen at Insomnia. I know he was prominently there. Quite a big face who went there. I don't know why. I know his girlfriend's English, so that might have had something to do with it. You know, his girlfriend might have gone, and he must have thought. But he actually played some of his matches there, which was pretty cool to. Which would have been pretty cool to see. You know, actually watch a pro play a match like in person, like standing a meter away from them. Of course, it might have been it might have been a bit weird, but what an experience, insane experience to be like sat near him or see him play like from a distance. But I definitely think we need more pros in the UK to I want to say get good, but you know, like more pros to come to the UK and play. Like it'd be insane. We need more tournaments in the UK. For example, we had ESL Pro League. That was an amazing tournament. I never got to go. I went to the one a month later, ECS. What a tournament! Like, oh, it was the best thing. Like I said, I'm going to Cologne because of it. It's the best thing I've ever done. But anyway, so back to Insomnia. We weren't on a diversion there, but the year before they had a last year, they had I-58 in August. A few months before they had I-59, which was in the December. But we saw here they had a larger prize pool, which is very strange from going to a 7,500 prize pool, which you'd expect to see the first ever tournament of a game. Like, I bet that, you know, not first year game, like, I don't know, like when Counter-Strike first came out, you'd expect to see that as a LAN, you know, a first year event kind of thing. But Counter-Strike is 5 years old in August. I don't know why Insomnia have still got a 7,500 prize pool. If you have a look over in America, I know it's a bigger scale, like ×2 the people, but even still, it's like we should still be striving to be the best. Like, I know Insomnia did actually do the UK Masters thing. I've got to give them credit for that. That was a pretty amazing tournament they had there. Very well organised, I think. I don't know. But I know the prize pool was quite big with that. You won £100 just for winning a match, which was 20 quid a person a match, and that was online tournament. That was a good tournament. Got to admit. But if you have a look at the tournament here, we had 81 teams out there, 128. Now that's more than we had before. And say this is a £100 entry. Let's have a look at our calculator. In some hang on. Insomnia, I don't. Yeah, this was a LAN tournament. Yeah, let's double check for a second. Then, or it should be ended the video pronto. So 81 times by. Fuck. Oh, there's 16 free agents as well, so that means 15 extra people. Of course, 16. So we do 81. No, 81 times by 5 is 405 plus 16 equals 421 times by 100. So that's 42,100, and they had a £7,500 prize pool, which seems a bit ludicrous, to be honest. How you've got all this people, all this money, and you're only putting an extra 2,500 to it. But then you look at the next tournament, it goes down in price. It's like, come on. Surely if you're like in the business, if you raise up a tournament, you keep it raised for that level. Like, if the CSGO major was next time was to go up to 1 million, and then the next year the exact same organisers, exact same everything, dropped it down. And was like, no, we're gonna do 100,000 each. You know, it'd be a bit of an uproar. Like, of course, like had the new tournament rules where you do 1 million prize pool per major, so that's 400,000. But say they were to drop it down to from 400,000 on the right same scale to 600,000 for the winners, and then they dropped it down. Like, people will be a little bit like, "What are you doing?" You know, unless like the scene had a massive drop. Which I highly doubt we would, to be honest. Like, that big of a drop from 100,000 to like even with skins gambling gone. But yeah, I don't see that happening, to be honest. Too much. But if we have a look on what's it called? If we have a look just there quickly, yeah. So this is quite interesting to find out, actually. I was thinking about this before, but I didn't actually tweet anything because I had to double check stuff. But the rise of the prize pool seemed to be around the same rise as the skin. Seemed to be around the same time as skins gambling. Like got found out. But then it dropped off. So I wonder if Insomnia thought the fact that skins were the only reason people play, which seems a bit ludicrous to think. Yeah, because skins are dead, you know, the players aren't going to be as willing to play and everything, but, like, just, if that was a factor, they've got to be off their head, because it was in the June that they got found out, but this tournament was, I was looking at this tournament in the July, so it has to be before skins and gambling, and then, if you have a look after, the December 9th to 11th, they had a lower prize pool. So it seems a bit just like completely bonkers to me that they got a different prize pool. I know like it was double the team, so maybe that had a factor, but surely you wouldn't like still go back to the old prize pool of 5,000. Like, I just don't see why it's happened. To be completely honest, like even Call of Duty. If we have a look at their Call of Duty, I know they're sponsored by the COD World League this time, but, you know, surely you got to, like, look at that. They got a £60 entry fee. £60. They've got, I don't know how many teams. Like, there's, it's going to be insane, I think. Like, an insane amount of teams just in open. Like, they've not announced anything for it, but it's £60 to take part, like, for one tournament. They don't actually state. I know there's only 4 players in a team, which makes it even worse. That's 5 players in a Counter-Strike team, and they have to pay £100. Whereas if you're a console ship, basically, you got to pay 65. So that just doesn't make sense. They got less players in a team, but more prize pool. They got 50,000 euros, dollars. I mean, not euros. That equates to around 42,000 pound, yeah. So that's insane because they're getting what, like more than 10,000 each. They're getting 12.5. Yeah, so around 10,000 each. Which, I mean, I'm no mathematician, but I think that's covering their travel costs a bit. You know, unless you're flying in private jet from, well, you can't. It's only open to EU players, but from Albania, no, I don't know. You know, Sweden, you're flying from Sweden, then going to stay a whole week, but even still, like, I think you're going to cover your costs a bit if you win it, but yeah, it just really doesn't make sense how the Call of Duty one, which is supposedly being a dying scene, supposedly a dying scene due to all the players hating this game this year, not just casual players, pro players. I'm quite enjoying it myself. I play it just casually every now and again. I mainly play Counter-Strike, of course, but I can occasionally play it. It's not bad. Just it's an alright casual game, you know. just to chill on, not taking it seriously, you know. But yeah, so anyway, my opinions of IW don't matter, but all the pros are hating it over in America. Like, you see often them on Twitter being like, oh, this game sucks, why can't we play Modern Warfare Remastered? And yet they're hosting a £50,000 prize pool, which doesn't, $50,000 prize pool, £40,000 prize pool, whatever. Yeah, so it really, really, really confuses me that they're doing a game that even the pros hate, £50,000, yet a game everyone loves, £5,000, I mean, and not even covering costs. Now, yeah, that seems a bit ludicrous to me. I don't know if anyone else agrees with that, but you know, that's my thoughts. And yeah, now we're done roasting Insomnia for a bit. Of course, you know my views. I've kind of explained everything I think I need to explain. Basically, you're only earning like £20 from the whole tournament minus your travel costs, which is a bit ridiculous. Another thing I wanted to bring up actually, Fragadelphia in America just been happening. That's a big one. All the pros go to that. You know, Steel goes to it. Freakazoid was playing in it. A few of the Echo Fox guys. Well, X. I don't know if they're X or yeah, some Echo Fox guys anyway. They were playing in it. So how much was the prize for that? That was, you know, a similar tournament. It was $30,000, which is pretty insane. I know, like, of course, if the pros are going to play in it, you're probably not going to win it. But even still, you'd expect at least £10,000 from Insomnia. You know, the old prize pool was better than this one. At least you got £100. But minus your travel, £100 plus your travel cost covered. But like, you'd expect like £10,000, you know, prize pool just to reach over that 10,000 mark. So it's just a bit weird, because then like you'd be able to have going off their prize pool £1,000 per person. You know, you got, well, the 500 for your travel and costs, entry fee, and it'd be good if you could even get your entry fee back for £100. You know, it's not much to ask, and then you'd have like £600 or £500 to spare, which is an insane amount for someone to earn. And then you'd obviously second place people would just be able to pay back their their fees to get there, and then third, fourth will be able to pay a bit more. Which I feel if you're second, you should be able to afford your travel costs, but not get much more out of it, if you know what I mean. And yeah, another thing people might bring up, just covering all the points I've not already covered, is what if you share a room with someone? Well, if you are playing. If you're a solo person, go in there and be like, oh, I'm a solo, does anyone want to play? Of course you're not just going to meet some guy there and be like, yo, do you want to share a room tonight? It's going to be a bit weird if you say that, or, you know, or do you want to stay in my hotel room, or like something. Of course, like stranger danger and all that. If you meet someone, and you go in there with them, unless it's like your best mate from primary, you might not want to share a room with them, or like unless you know them really well. Best mate from, what am I talking about? Best mate from wherever, or a good friend. You're probably going to share a room with them, but like not everyone teams with their friends. People find people online. People do whatever. It's not just all about, you know, their friends when playing Counter-Strike. So you know, that's something I feel as some need to look at as mainly the prize pool. Like, it looks like everything else goes all right with the things. You know, obviously they had KO there, which was pretty insane, but like, just sort out your prize pool, and then you know, I'll come attend your tournament. Might not win it, not very big person to attend, but you know, more people will join if you had a bigger prize pool, I feel. Anyway, next thing is Epic LAN. People say, why don't you go to Epic LAN? You know, like, people might argue you could go to Epic LAN. It's the same issue with that as they've got, like, this is supposed to be a decent LAN, like, you know, I don't know. I'm not even gonna like compare it because people rage, but like, I was gonna say DreamHack, but it's nowhere near DreamHack. It's like your budget standard version of DreamHack, the UK version of DreamHack, should we say? But yeah, yeah. This again doesn't seem right. Okay. You got the How the hell do you get to the homepage? Ah, okay, redirects it to another link. Right, so if we book now, say we're booking a ticket. Oh my god, I don't... Right. Oh, what is happening? For fuck's... Anyway. Tickets. You cannot... here we go. So, ticket prices. Again, let's have a look at hotels. So I've already got it up, actually. So, hotel. If you're wanting a Wi-Fi, which of course everyone does, it's £159 from the local Travelodge, which is like 2-minute walk. Of course, that's a decent sized walk. You know, if you're going to want to go play. Of course, you're not going to go into their camping again, because if you're actually wanting to play a tournament, you really do not want to camp at LAN. This is what organisers need to get straight. I know some people might want to, but not everyone wants to camp at a LAN. Like, you're not going to be wanting to wake up in a field and then go play in a warm thing. You're going to want to wake up in a warm thing. You're going to want to wake up in a hotel room and then go and play in a LAN, you know what I mean? Not like in a field, cold, muddy, you don't want to get wet, your clothes are all... yeah, anyway. But yeah, you got the Counter-Strike tournament at Epic LAN. Same thing, 32 teams this time instead of 64. So you can, you know, I'd expect the prize pool to be less, but and it's not too bad. Train prices are £60 for this one for me, but like other people might vary. But yeah, so it's around 120 to get 220 to get there. You minus that with food a lot and expenses, probably around 250. Let's say. First place, if all 32 teams attend, so this is banking on every team to turn up, you get £3,000 prize fund. First place gets 1,725. So let's just do a bit of math again. Let's see. Not only did they charge for being on their own computer, they also have spectator tickets. So this isn't even including them. So you know they could go towards the prize pool, but they probably just cover the cost of running the thing, which you can imagine. And of course, like I know costs could be covered, but even still, it doesn't cost like £10,000 per person per however many people. It probably costs a couple of thousand, but not that much. So yeah, so in Epic LAN, they currently are earning £11,040 off each tournament being full. So, of course, the prize pool's like only... So minus a prize pool, 9,000. So can see them needing about... I don't know. Like, say if it's £100 per... Not per person, per team. £20 per person. They're still getting a ridiculous amount, which is kind of sad, because like they're just taking tournament money and using it as profits, which of course they got other profits. However else are they gonna keep running? But even still, there's got to be some tournament in the UK that doesn't bank off profits off tickets. Surely, like, and somebody back to them. They have Game as a sponsor. Game, multi-million-pound company. And they can't even put a bit towards a prize pool and be like, oh, look what we're supporting. Then people might be like, oh, Game, yeah, Game. I hate Game, to be honest. Like, I absolutely loathe the company. I only go in the shop to try out the stuff and then be like, oh, yeah, I want this. Oh, no, I don't want this. Or I just go in on my frees at college just to piss about in there, to be honest. But hate Game. And when they sponsored Insomnia, I kind of... I know they had to get sponsors, but I just feel like Game are running it now. Like, you can tell. It looks like a Game shit. Like, it looks like Game running it. You can tell Game own it, really. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Game. I prefer Amazon or CX is shit, to be honest, but I prefer the like online shit, and you can buy stuff cheaper everywhere, can't you? Argos, you know, actual good retailers, PC World for another one. But yeah, so 1,725 for first place. 1,725 divided by 5. That's 345. So you're only getting £100, but plus in that 69 onto the thing, you're getting like 20 quid for winning a tournament. So on the way home, you can buy like a Subway, 4 Subways if you're getting a foot long. If you want cookies, that's, you know, I don't work at Subway, but you can get Subway. That's like nothing. You're getting £25 for winning a tournament with 32 teams in. It's just, please have a bigger one. Please, please, do it. Just, it doesn't make sense at all. Like, you literally, you're paying all this to go to a tournament, and if you lose as well, you get nothing out of that, mate. You just gone for the fun, gone for the experience. If you're a competitive gamer, well, looks like you can't play in the UK. May as well go over to America or somewhere, might you? Like, the UK LAN scene baffles me. The fact we can't even get tournaments that cover our costs in the prize pool. That cover the costs of getting down there if you win. Cover the costs of getting down there if you get second place. And a bit more, of course, if you're in first place. But, like, just like, you know, come on, really? They seem to, like, not know what they're doing. Surely one place in the UK can cover your costs, plus you get like £1,000, £500, £200 extra money. I just don't understand why all these big companies, well, Epic Land isn't too big, I've got to give them that, but like, they're in loads of other events. They've got so many more they've got so many more people, and yet they can't even run a fucking tournament with money for costs. It just, I really want an explanation from tournament organizations, and to see, like, there is no explanation for why they can't cover costs, why they can't put a £10,000 tournament on in the UK unless you're a pro. Of course, UK pros, you know, they're gonna come first, but they should get £25,000. If EU Call of Duty is getting 30,000, 40,000, they should be getting 80,000, not 12,000. No wonder pro players in the UK are having to cheat. No wonder, because they're like, oh shit, if I don't win this tournament, I'm gonna get kicked out of my house. I'm not gonna be able to afford rent for the next 7 years. I'm not gonna be able to whatever. I'm not gonna be able to afford rent for the next week. I need to win. No wonder they're contacting people and be like, can I hack LAN safe? Because they need to win tournaments like this. They need it. Or else they can't, like, become a pro player. Or whatever. Like, it just... We need a better system. Someone needs to bring up a better system so everyone in the UK has access to a LAN that they can earn money off. I don't know what that was. But everyone in the UK, I feel, needs access to a LAN. It's like, I played at a small Halo LAN in like my town centre thing, like the theatre in my town, and that it's hosted people. I don't even know. It's only hosts like the local comedians. We had a Halo 3 LAN. That was probably more. You got an Xbox One for winning that, and all you had to do is get the bus down for £2.50, or however much, you know, it cost. LANs need to be a thing of the future, not a thing of the past. You know, don't move on to online tournaments, because that's another thing. Laggers, hackers, not laggers, but lagging, hacking, the ings. Like, the UK scene seriously needs to set the shit up. Insomnia, get a bigger prize pool and actually host tournaments, because hopefully you don't, like, stop hosting tournaments. I don't know, you responded me to it on Twitter. This is what this is on about. So, yeah, there's my points why UK CSGO has LAN issues. And do you like the LAN setup? Look at all the people we are making. Anyway, holy shit, that guy's playing Counter-Strike down there, I think. But anyway, yeah. UK CSGO LANS shit, we need a better system. Please someone provide it, or else I'll try and provide one in many, many years. Please, casters, analysts, help us. Help us. We're gonna go. Yeah. I don't even know how to end this, but see you in a bit.